Those clouds continuing to drift through. Overall, though, those will continue to mix out as we go through the rest of this evening. So no worries about any rain chances working through, but it will still be on the muggier side headed into tonight. So don't expect a huge drop, at least in that humidity. In fact, as we get closer and closer to the weekend, that humidity only continues to climb, and eventually we may turn it into a better opportunity for rain. But that's going to take a little bit of time as well before we actually see this next system inching just a little bit closer to northeast Ohio. As for right now, if you're stepping out for any Friday evening plans, temperatures are sitting right around that low to mid 80-degree range. Cleveland right now at 86, Lorain, Elyria 85, New Philly also at 85 degrees, and then several locations, Mansfield, Worcester, Akron, Canton, all sitting right around 83. So again, it is going to be a little toastier start to the evening, but nothing that we honestly haven't been used to over the last couple of days. So if you do have any evening plans, for the most part, at least prior to sunset, temperatures will stay right around that low to mid 80-degree range, and then eventually overnight tonight, we'll eventually see that temperature drop back into the upper 60s. Again, pretty similar to where we were earlier this morning with the light south wind, about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, as we get into tomorrow, you will start to notice some subtle changes. A little bit more heat starts to work back in, so if you are headed out to the beach, trying to stay a little bit cooler as we get the weekend started. Overall, not a bad beach forecast. Just remember, some parts of Lake Erie a little cooler thanks to that lake turnover that we had about a week ago, but waves should be pretty manageable, so not a high rip current risk. Waves about a foot or less with that south wind about 5 to 10 knots. Pretty good beach day overall. Just don't forget some of the sunscreen, especially as we get into your weekend. And honestly, that's going to be the bigger theme here over the next couple of days. Great weather if you want to be spending some of that time outside. Very typical for summer here in northeast Ohio as we track temperatures into the upper 80s to lower 90s. But many of us may be looking forward to at least a slight cool down. Maybe not as many 90-degree days to talk about. We'll talk about if that actually comes back to our forecast, especially headed into next week, coming up in just a few minutes.